Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do my interpretation of Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025 Week 13. And when I say my interpretation, it's because what Rachel did this week is she took where do I have it here? She took stamps like these to make labels out of kind of her, I think they're her scraps or whatever. And I just did a video about a month ago on doing exactly that, taking this label stamp and creating my own labels from paper and stamping and stuff. So what I thought I'd do is quite a few people recently and in the past have done stamping on their masterboards, and I thought, why don't we make labels out of our masterboards? Now, Carrie the Crafter just did one, not just did one, he did one maybe 2 or 3 years ago where he actually created the masterboard and then stamped labels and then cut them out to show you how they came out. But his masterboards were just beautiful. They had beautiful, light, pretty pictures. And this is what I do. If you follow my channel, I've showed you this before, how I make these. My masterboards are made in this book. It's an old math book, and it's where I take all of my scraps. When I get a lot of them, I separate them by color, and then I try to put them on the page, kind of do a collage, and they're kind of by color, okay? And that way, when I'm creating a journal, I can just maybe look for a particular color that I want to cut up and make tags or journaling cards or whatever. So I have these, and I don't back my masterboards because I'm not really sure when I'm going to use them in that. So these are all kind of have their colors together. And what I thought I would do, instead of using scrap paper like Rachel did, we would go ahead and do it on masterboard. And I'm debating whether I want to go ahead and stamp the labels and then stamp different designs on the labels, or if I want to stamp the designs here and then stamp the label. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking I should probably stamp the label. So anyways, what I thought I would do is look for a couple of pages. Now these are pages like where I started. I did greens. Excuse me, but I'm not done with that page yet. And then there was another one I just saw that here. This is a neutral page, and I'm not done yet. So I just started adding stuff to there. So these are how the pages start. There's a pink page, and I have not filled that in. Purple. So you see where how I do this. Anyways, I thought I would grab one of these. Maybe I'm working on a journal currently using some digitals from Louisa Heinzel, and they are kind of this color. So I'm thinking, let me see if I have a neutral in the back. Some of these fall out after a while, and I don't. I have mostly green and pinks. So let's grab this one. And this is just going to be a real hit or miss here. I grabbed a lot of stamps. I grabbed a lot of stamps over here. And but what I thought I would do is just open up my ink, maybe get a couple other colors. Let me see. I only have 3 other colors of archival ink. I think I have green, blue, and I think I have a brown somewhere. Oh, here it is. Rich Cocoa. So I have these, which are permanent inks. And my concern when I thought of doing this was that if I make something out of these, because they are collaged, that they might peel. And so at first I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and put like a matte medium over the whole thing and then move forward once that's dry. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. And what I might do is take a break and go scan it, come back, just so I have it saved, and then we'll go ahead and try to cut this out. But anyways, let me see what we got. So what I was thinking was I would go ahead and use these, and I have a Tim Holtz one that's got small ones in there. Yeah, this one has actually two labels in here that are kind of small. So let's pull these out. Okay, and then I'm going to use this block right here. And I'm thinking that I might be able to stamp them side by side like this. I don't know, we'll see, huh? Probably go like that way and get them across the top, and then I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm using Ranger Black Archival ink. I bought this a long while ago and didn't realize that that it was this big of a stamp. I think that'll do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to start stamping right up here. And you do know that when you stamp, you should leave the stamp in touch with the paper for about 5 seconds. It gives the ink a chance to get absorbed into the paper. Ooh, not bad. I'm wondering if I can switch it this way now. I can't see way up there where. And we will just stamp these labels on here, and I will alternate and use some of the larger ones as well. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. And I do have a stamp off paper right here. Actually, a couple of them. And what I'm wondering is if I want to just do a couple of different colors of ink right now. Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, I think I will. I'll put these right back on here. Duh, Tommy. And let's just do a couple different colors of ink. I thought I had a red as well, but we'll see. Oh, I can't tell if this is really inking up well or not. Let's turn you around. Sorry if my head is in the way. Oh no, not bad. This one doesn't give you a real great outline. I'm not sure. We'll see. Turn it around. But if you can picture kind of what they're going to look like, they've got, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that came out good. Okay, let's go ahead and try our green. I like this color green, but it is kind of light, and I do have a darker green, I think, a forest green. I don't know what this one's called. Fern green. Let's turn it around. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. What's inside of there? Pretty cool. So some of these, probably we won't need to put anything in there, and some we can stamp numbers or something in them. Like I said, about a month ago, I did a video on how I made my own homemade labels. So I just didn't want to do the exact same thing. But this is a little different using our masterboards. I kind of like this. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see if I have red. I think I would like to try red. I have blazing red. And this is a stays on. Okay. I think I'm going to start right back up here now because I might have room to put a long narrow label there. So I hope everybody's doing well. I've been working, oh, the red really showed up good. I've been working quite a bit lately. I normally don't work much at all outside of the house, but they've had people on vacation and people that were out sick. So they called and asked if I could work, and I have to work a couple of days next week as well. And I'm trying to get some journals in process. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. And I'm going to trade out and get a couple of these. So I want to put these back. I need a baby wipe, just a sec. The permanent inks don't come off, but at least, you know, you can clean the stamp the best you can. They kind of dye your stamps, but that's okay. That just shows that they're used, lovingly used. Whoops. Okay, I might need a bigger block for that, so let's see. I'm going to stay with red, I think, for now. I'd like to get one or two larger ones in the red, so let's see what we got. Let us see. Ooh, wow, that's big. How about a medium one? Let me see what block I probably need to put it on this block here. Okay. And I'm going to take the pad to the stamp. I noticed with the stamp before that it's kind of bent out. I don't know if with use it will get any better. I'm not sure. So let's just see what we got here. So anyways, I've been busy at work, and I got a new journal going. It's one of Louisa Heinzel's digitals it's my favorite that she did, and it's called like Urban Mirror or something. And I have a journal made, and I wanted to make another one out of that same. Oh, that's not great, but not horrible. Not horrible. But let's change colors. Let's do a green one, because I do like the green. That side right there is not picking up. I can see it in the light. You can't see it, I'm sure. But you can see where the ink is wet on there, and there's one side that's bent out a little bit. So let's see if we can make sure that we press hard on that side. I'm going to try to press hard all the way around and get it. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun. It's been a while since I have worked on a journal. I've been working on some digitals that are going to go in my Etsy shop soon. Now that is green, but it's mixed with red, so it looks brown. Let's see if we can get another green one. And because my digital's going this way, maybe I will turn the stamp that way. I don't know. Maybe I'll just try one down here at the bottom if it'll fit. Here. Anyways, I have a lot of things going on. My desk is just, you can't see it right here. Well, you can see this mess, but my desk is pretty full of things and projects that I've started. And oh, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, so there's a green one. So let's try a blue one. We have red, we have green, we have brown now because it made brown. Let's try a blue one. I'll try kind of wiping it off and see if I can. I don't know how fern green and this blue, what color is this? This is cobalt blue. I don't know how they would, if they mixed, how that would look. Oh, that looks pretty coated. So I'm thinking, well, let's do one right here. I have an area right here. Let me see. I have a smaller stamp. We can put that in there. Oh, I like that blue one. A lot. So I'm going to keep the blue open because I have a couple smaller ones that I want to try all the colors. Okay. Have this one. Let's try this. It looks coated. Anyways, I've got a digital that I just created. And I've got to test it a couple times first, make sure that it, you know, how you do when you're designing something, you have to make sure that that you haven't missed anything. Print it out and check it out. That'll go in it's collaged, kind of journaling cards or postcards, but they're sort of by color. So, and then I did a backing paper on it. Oh, I want to leave this on here. I just want to change ink colors. Duh. Let's try a black. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, I better go this way. Let's see, so I've got the new journal I'm starting. I've designed some postcards that we're checking out, and oh, and I've got a few unfinished journals that I'm doing, and our subscription rate is going up pretty quickly. So we're up over 950. And I said that when I got to 1,000 that I would do a giveaway. So I'm kind of have that in the works, trying to think of what I want to do for that 1,000 giveaway. And let's do a green one and a red one. Okay. And oh, also my niece asked me if I would consider doing a journal for my nephew. I did a mixed media painting for him when he was born. And then when his sister was born, I did a fairy journal for her. And anyways, my niece asked if I would do a journal for my nephew. And she wants it sports themed. So that should be coming. His birthday is in August. So I'd like to have that ready, maybe, you know, early July, so I can ship it to her, because his birthday is like August 3rd. So that's going to be in the works. A red this size. So I just have a lot of things going on, and I have, trying to think of what else I've got. Oh, and I just finished, and I think I mentioned it in my last video, or that I was almost finished. I just finished scanning our family pictures that I started like 10 years ago. Everybody gave me their photos, and the idea was I would scan them, and then everybody would get a flash drive with everybody's pictures on it. So, and then you can add your own to it or whatever after the fact, but that's kind of the intent, was to do that. And I started it a long while ago. It's thousands and, the puppies must see somebody out the window. Sorry. If they get real loud, I'm going to go close the door. I don't like to close the door because they scratch at it. Usually they're pretty quiet. I'm going to put this one back and see if we can get maybe this long skinny one. Should fit there, right? Will it fit on here? Yes, it'll fit right here on this block. Anyways, I did finish scanning them. I think I'm gonna not do red for this one. Let's do a black one. Anyways, I finished scanning them, but what happened was, when I started, my intent, I was so gung-ho, my intent was to scan each picture and tag it. And I don't know if you've ever tagged pictures. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I don't know if you've ever tagged pictures, but it allows you to go in. I love that. It allows you to go in and type, kind of like tag words. So when people have the files on their computer, if they type in a tag word, like if I identify the people in the picture, even by just first name or how we recognize them or what we normally call them, I'm going to do another one. What color do we want to do? Do we want to do, let's do blue. Anyways, you can tag them by name. So if you're looking for that person, you would just type their name and it would bring up every picture of them that you tagged with their name. Well, that's a nice idea. But I literally have thousands of photos. And I really didn't realize how big of a chore that was going to be when I started. So I abandoned that. The other thing was I was scanning one picture at a time because I was tagging them. And oh my gosh, that is such a project to do that. So I ended up, I pulled everything the other day out of my closet. I had 2 boxes and a big plastic tote full of pictures. And mind you, some are old, like my parents' wedding pictures. But it's all everybody's family's pictures. I did this one already. We could probably get one more right here. Let's not do blue. Let's do a green one. So anyways, make a long story short before I get confused with what I was saying. I ended up, you know, I could put like 4 on my scanner bed at a time. So I started doing that. And then what happened is I set up a system where I'm filing the pictures by year. But there's so many odd pictures that I can't identify the years that I just had to make I had to make folders that are like by family name, and they just say like odd. Oh no, I don't know if I touched the top of those. Oh, might have to make a decision about which ones I want because I moved that up too high. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I can cut it. Perfect. So by scanning 4 at a time, and they're all thrown in odd folders. Oh my gosh, I have hundreds. I have to go in and separate all of those scans, those 4, into individual pictures. And you know, and then file them where they have to go. So anyways, I didn't need all the physical pictures anymore. And the whole idea of this was so that everybody would have good quality, high resolution digital files of everybody else's pictures as well as their own. And that if you wanted one of those pictures printed, you could just print it from the file that I send you, like a flash drive. Excuse me. Well, everybody was all for that. And then all of a sudden it was, well, I really would like these pictures and I really would like these pictures. So I separated all the pictures by family. And because I don't want to hold on to all these physical pictures. That was the idea. And I am mailing them off to everybody. So they're starting to get them. I haven't mailed all of them. But my sister still has all of her pictures, my younger sister. I don't have her pictures yet. I had my my nieces and mine and some of my sisters, all my dad's. I want to use a small one because I have a little space right here. So I'm going to try this little one right here. And let's just do a black one right there. Anyway, so I went ahead and mailed out all the pictures. So now I'm not holding on to boxes of pictures. But I do have the chore of going in and separating them all. So in between working in here and working outside of the home, I am working on that project. I also do our family genealogy. And, you know, that's like... you go down a rabbit hole with genealogy. I mean, you could spend every minute of every day doing that and researching stuff. There's so much out there for me to find. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to turn the camera off. It'll just be a second for you. It'll be a few minutes for me. I'm going to run out and scan this as it is before I do anything else, just so I have it on my computer, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I went ahead and scanned the the sheet that we did. And I wanted to show you what happened. When I scanned it, this was the first, I went ahead and printed it, and this was the first printout. And it's not horrible, but if you look, it's quite a bit different in color here than the original. The blue color seems to be the same, but the actual colors seem to be quite a bit different. So, or excuse me, this is the first printout. So I went in and I hit the vibrance button and upped its vibrance, and it seems like it's a little better. So when I saved it, I actually saved it down a little less vibrant, but this is the new printout with the vibrance turned up, and these seem to match better for me than this one. This one just seemed a little duller. Either one is okay, and I'm going to use both. By all means, I'm going to use, but look how nice they scanned. So with that in mind, excuse me, I'm going to, the thing is, these are white on the back now, and this has my masterboard back. So I'm not going to cover this yet. I'll save this one, and I'm going to use the one that I thought came out the best, this one here, and we'll go from here, okay? So what I'm thinking is, I'm looking at these, and some of them I really like as they are. And some it looks like we could add a few things. So I don't need this anymore. Excuse me. But I thought, what could we add to these? I've got a bunch of stamps here. And I thought I would just try some of these and see what happens, right? So I've got this little one right here. And remember, it doesn't matter if it goes off the stamp at all, because we're going to cut them out. So we would just cut that, right? So there's a black one, and that one looks like it fits fairly good. Excuse me. And so let's put that one right in there. I'm so sorry. That's Chance. He can't stand it. If the people across the street even open their front door, he's like barking. Okay, that's all right, but I'm not crazy over that one. But this is a long one. Did we do a long one? Yes, we did a long one. Could go in there. But I've got some other ones here, so let's see what else we have. I'm not going to put these away. I'm just going to move them over, and I'll clean up my mess later. Let's pull out our Tim Holtz right here. I think these are in camera. And let's pick a couple of these to stamp. I don't want to stamp all, like, I love this just the way it is. And once you make this, you can just leave your labels like this. And if you decide later to stamp something on it, you can. But I just thought we would go ahead and stamp some things on them just for the hay of it, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's do, I'm kind of liking this. I don't know how they're going to come out. This is really hit or miss here. Oh, this might be kind of cool. Let's do it this direction. Because you can have words and numbers go sideways in whatever direction you want. Oh, cool. So liking that, let's try a different color with the same stamp. Let's try it on a green one. I'm thinking that I kind of like if I put it like right here, that's green. Am I in camera? I hope, because I don't know how much of my mat is in camera. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's try a different stamp. This one. I'm thinking we could put like right up here in this black, like right here. Anyways, we'll just do a few, and this will give you an idea, because I'll go ahead and cut them out, cut a few out, and show you how they look cut out in just a second. So I won't do all of them. Let's see what else. What else do we have in here in this Tim Holtz? Well, we have this bird. What will that fit in? Will it fit in a green one or a blue one? We could put that bird right there. Maybe put it this way. Or we could put it this way. I think that would be good. Let's use our blue. Just so we get a few different ones done. And kind of thinking that would be better there. Let's put it down here in this blue one. Oh, I love it. I tell you, you guys should live with that. I mean, that chance, he just doesn't let anything get by him. Now here's a small one. Let's see where this might fit in any of those. No, so it would have to be in one like this. This might work. I'm not even sure what color that is. I think that's a blue, but I think it was with something else. So let's stamp in blue. Let's see. I mean, I could stamp in black, but let's try this. Nice. And I have this idea that I did this bird over a little bit too far. So what if we do this? I like it. Okay. And what if we do black? Do the same stamp in black right across here. I like it. Okay, and seems like we could put something here. I got all these stamps out and I am using the same. Let me see what else we have here. I have stamps I haven't even used. I bought these Globland because they were inexpensive. I got them off Amazon, and it was after I watched a video of somebody who had used Globland stamps. It might have been Brenda, I'm not sure. But look at that, might fit right on there. I'm going to do that though in black because I don't know how this is going to show up. See if I can get this whole thing this stamp block is kind of thin, and I usually have long nails, but my nails got destroyed last year when I had gel polish put on them for a wedding, for my niece's wedding, and they look great for about 6 weeks. I mean, literally, that gel polish doesn't move. But when it starts to peel, it will, and you try to get it off, it will ruin your nails. Let's put this up at the top. I hope the stamp's good, because that's kind of a big label, huh? Anyways, it took many months of them. I cut them all down short, like right to the quick, right? You know, really short. And then when they would grow out, they would peel. So, oh, that looks kind of good. So they're just starting to get strength, and I just keep kind of filing them. I need to manicure them, but I want to wait till I know they're really strong before I do anything too much to them. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we want to put on here. I've got some birds. I don't know if they'll fit. Maybe actually I want to go like, if I go sideways, these are kind of big. I don't know, let's see. I also have little flowers in there. These also are Globland stamps. They're in a bag, in a bag. Just wondering if, thinking that if we could, I mean, it doesn't matter if he goes off the label a little bit, right? That can be. And I don't want to do it this way. I want to, because labels I usually put sideways. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen, right? We'll just find the one that is the smallest. Like that one might not be bad right here. But I'm thinking maybe that one. I think this one might be the best. If I try to get his. See, if I put him like here, his head's not on there, but I could not put his feet on there. Let me see if that one's any smaller. Lower, smaller, lower, I don't know by how it has to sit on the, by how, if the branch sits there. I think I could get away with that. Right, if I put the branch there straight. I think we can get away with it. What's the worst that can happen? It stamps off the stamp. Okay, and let's do black. So I wish I could turn my camera around. So one puppy was on the ottoman. I have an ottoman at the foot of my bed. One puppy was on the ottoman, and the other puppy was up on the bed, Chance, of course, and he was just giving Sully a hard time, so Sully jumped down, so now Chance is leaning over, trying to see how I want that to sit. Just a minute. Chance is leaning over with his head hanging down, because Sully's right at the foot there of the bed. Let's do this like this. And it's quite funny because it's like, you know, he wants to aggravate him, but now Sully's down on the floor. And I don't think Chance wants to give up the bed. Oh, that came out so good. Okay, we like it. Thinking I might like it there as well. Let's try butterfly. I've got butterflies. Let's try a butterfly, just because I don't want to stamp all of these because the video would be forever if I do that. Plus, I don't do well when I have to make decisions about things, so I would be looking through these stamps forever. So, but I do know I have these. I just bought these, and I'm loving them. Okay, these butterflies. So let's try that on one of the bigger ones, maybe. Let's try. I don't know which one. I don't know which one. Oh, I kind of like that one. Okay. Maybe if we put it down low here, we can put something else on there. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I like it. I like it. I was going to show you something else. You know, too, if I can pull mine out, that you can always, if you're stamping and you only want to use a partial stamp and like it's real close to something else, you can put a post-it note on there. So what we would do is we would go ahead and ink up our stamp. You can put the post-it note on, but then the ink gets on the post-it note, and then you got to take that off. So what I do is I go ahead and stamp, get the ink on all of it. I don't care about that. Okay, and then I decide what I want to cover up. And so I'm going to try putting it right here. So I'm going to turn this around, and I want to do this. So I want the body, so I just don't want this wing. So I'm going to cover up that wing like this. Okay. And then I want to stamp the body. Okay, so then you only get partial, but you're not stamping out here. And then it just stamps on there, which you can cut out and use if you want. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to show that. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe let's put something right here, and then I'll cut those out and we will call this a video and show you how you can stamp on your masterboard. You can scan them if you have a scanner. If you don't have a scanner, you can just use your masterboards. I'm looking for something thin, long and thin, like right here, this number right here. I'm going to put that on this one as well. Then we are going to put it on this one. I mean, you're not going to use these labels the same place, you know, so you can stamp various things on them. you know, use the same stamp for different labels. Like this one right here, I'm not sure that I really want to put anything on there. Maybe I'll save that for wherever, when I decide what journal it's going to go in, I can always just glue a focal point on there. I wanted to use the red ink though and use my filed stamp. Where is that? Or a different number. Or let's use this filed stamp, just see. And let's use our red ink. We'll put filed on one of these babies. Like maybe right here. Oh yeah, I like it. We could probably do this one too. Put one on there as well. Do it this way. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go and cut some of these out, not all of them, so it'll be a while for me. It'll be just a few seconds for you. And I will come back and show you how they look. I'll be right back. Hi everybody, I'm back, and I've got, what I ended up doing was cutting out all of the labels. And I just wanted to kind of show them to you a little bit. But I wanted to show you this too. I didn't clean this up because this is the pile of scraps that you will have left, like almost nothing out of a sheet if you do your labels close together. And when I cut my labels out, I do leave an edge around the frame, so you have plenty of room to, I guess, to stamp, and that's all the waste you'll have. So let me get that off there. Okay, so again, these were the two pieces that I scanned. This was the first one. This is with the vibrance turned up, and when I actually saved it, I saved it somewhere in between these two because I thought that was very dark and that was very dull. So that's what I did. And if you remember, this was the half of the butterfly that we put the post-it note on, and I wanted to show you when I cut these out that I actually took that post-it note half, cut it out, and put it on this label. So it came out pretty good, pretty cute. Now I didn't stamp on all these labels, I just stamped on what we did, but I cut them all out. Not all of them need to be stamped on. So I thought I would just kind of show you how they look. Like, I love this label, and that's just from the masterboard. These are just from the masterboard. And because they're on my masterboard, I don't need to back these. I was thinking that I would need to back them, but I don't, because labels I glue down behind something or on something. So I don't need to really back those. So that's that size. The really tall ones, look at these. I think we could put a focal point or something on these when the time comes, but look at, that's beautiful just the way it is. And then we have these, a little different shape. I would probably put a focal point on there. This one, probably not. I just love it the way it is. So, and then we have all these little ones that are absolutely cute the way they are. Look at this one, how that stamp was on the paper. So we could stamp numbers on there. We could put a little flower on there. We could, you know, if you have a small enough, cut something out of one of your digitals or something, that you could put that on these. And then these are the kind of the rectangular ones, the same. And honestly, like, I wouldn't even put anything on these. Look at these. This one maybe, because it's kind of boring. Not that one. That's totally plain. But I mean, if you were using these in a collage or a cluster, you wouldn't have to put anything on them. So that's what we got out of that one sheet of masterboard that came out of that old math book. And imagine, this was a neutral sheet, so imagine if we did one of the pink ones or the purple ones, you would have labels of all different colors that you could choose from. Anyways, this was my take on Rachel's Roxy's Weekly Challenge 2025 for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps. Anything you do on my channel, like thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, it all helps the algorithm to bring my videos up and available to more people. So please, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.